Hi, my name's Jess Kindt. I certainly have my fair share of horror stories and confessions, but I have picked one that does sort of stick with me that I haven't really spoken to anyone about. I was a business development manager for a little agency in New Farm many moons ago. I was really desperate to build the portfolio as quickly as possible. It's quite a tight market in New Farm, and it certainly was at that point. Anyway, I get this call out of the blue, which rarely happened, saying, you know, my name's such and such, I own this property at such and such place, can you meet me there in 10 minutes? And so I get really excited and I'm like, yep, absolutely, oh my gosh, you know, it's really a first like listing presentation. So I rush, and I rock up to this property on my own and find it looked like it had been abandoned for a good sort of 20 years. It had graffiti all over it, had no front steps. You pretty much had to hitch yourself up into the property. When I initially got the phone call, he sounded a little unusual, and I had sort of almost like an inkling at that stage, but this sort of cemented that choice for me, and I decided not to go into the property. So I tried calling this gentleman, couldn't get hold of him, went back to the office, told my director all about it. So about 20 minutes, half an hour later, I hear this huge screaming, like this ranting and raving coming from the door right up into our reception area, and we had this young receptionist who was absolutely petrified. And so I've had no problem. I walked straight up to him. I'm like, I'm so sorry, you know, are you the girl that, and I mean, he was calling me every name under the sun and I won't repeat it. And I said, yes, I am. I'm so sorry, I've been trying to call you. And he goes to grab me around the neck. And he was huge. This guy was like 6'4", would be 120, 130 kilo. I was absolutely terrified. The adrenaline took over, and he's actually tried to grab me to take me out the front of our office. And I started just sort of panicking. And luckily for me, my director, who could probably hold his own in a fight, let's just say, rushed out to the front and actually physically removed this guy. I was like, I just couldn't believe what had just happened. I sort of had a little bit of a moment where I thought, God, imagine if I'd got out of the car at that point to meet this guy when no one really knew where I was. I guess what I've learned from that experience moving forward, make sure you just qualify that property, qualify that client, and don't ever just drop everything for a client either. Give yourself enough time to put yourself together, think rationally, think calmly, and then go and win that business. Thank you very much.